Vasco is also from the FAC. Could you turn this back a little bit, turn this back to the previous slide?
This slide right here?
Okay, great. Okay, on the elevators, okay, when did we determine that we were going to start working on this major project on the elevators?
This was prompted by clearing the violations for the elevators.
Exactly. Okay, garage sprinklers, $500,000. When did we start doing work on garage sprinklers?
That was also prompted by the notice to close the garage.
Okay, am I making my point here? The point is that we shouldn't wait until we get so many tickets or summons to begin jobs on work that needs to be done on a proactive basis. What we need here is a preventive maintenance system and built into a work order system and a series of inspections to ensure that these things are taken care of before they become major problems. Okay? Now, last year we were supposed to implement a work order system. Now, the work order system that we were supposed to implement last year was supposed to be implemented in a way that the preventive maintenance system would generate work orders first on life safety, and secondly on items that would maintain our living standard, and thirdly on items that would generate cost efficiencies, or that needed to be done because, you know, if they were done a different way, we might save money. Was that done? Was that
partially done? Partially done.
Partially done, 20%, 30%, 50%?
About 50%.
That kicks in to the general ledger? It wasn't done at all. We haven't done it at all, because I checked. Okay? The issue is that we need to, in order to get to a point, because I have people who work in Trump and other large organizations, we need to get to a point in this home of ours where we don't do jobs because we have to do them, because if we don't do them, we're going to get hit by $500,000 fines. Now, the FAC and Sandy and Bob and I have been pushing during the beginning of the year. I want to point out that most of these are very recent. Okay? During the beginning of the year, okay, we made a point both to the board and to the board leadership that there was sufficient money to start certain projects. Being conservative is very important, and thank God we are conservative. But being conservative to a point where we're not proactive is something that we can't do, because then things break down to a point where they're dangerous. There is an elevator in Tower 3 that doesn't tell you, okay, what floor you're in. That is a life safety issue. And if an inspector comes here, they should close down that elevator. Now, no one has sent a letter, okay? But I guarantee you, if there's a fire and smoke is building in that elevator, and it's a matter of minutes where your life is that your life depends on them getting to you within a matter of minutes, and they give you that magic question of where are you, and you don't know where you are because it's saying you're on the 39th floor, and you're actually on the 16th floor, you're going to die.
Richard.
So anyway,
Richard, with all due respect, Richard, please,
anyway,
please, because elevators, as I understand, but this is to be not. Please, please, you should know better that elevators will be called to lobby immediately.
This is the kind of stuff that we have.
Of course.
We can't allow anyone, board leadership or anyone, to put our lives at stake by being penny wise and pound foolish. So anyway, that's my opinion, and as you know, I've been working on the FAC for a long time. We've been pushing, again, we do have limitations, but we need internal controls, we need those work orders in place, we need people to walk around and react to problems before we land up with the summons. And that's all I have to say.
Richard, thank you very much for your participation. Thank you for your statement. And let me correct one statement which Richard made. Unfortunately, there is no way for us, for management, to realize if elevator company is doing a good job or not. because we're not allowed to manage. We just hired one of the greater companies which are available right
Excuse me,
now.
Slava, Rich is pointing to something that's
No.
right before our eyes.
I understand, but there is no way for us to know if there are violations or not.
Close down, then you need to, if you have a situation that's clearly a life
Richard,
safety.
let me reply. You had your
Slava,
point, let me reply, please. Richard,
11.
please, let me reply. One day you attack for micromanaging, another day you attack for not managing. There is a fine line. There is a fine line between Richard. And then if you start saying that we do have funds, yes, we do have funds to survive, but we do not have funds to attack the way we are supposed to attack.
You have enough money to build,
Please,
to do other
let me,
things.
Richard.
But you don't have enough money for life safety.
Richard, what do we do? Have money now?
You have, where is your prioritizing? We send the
What,
FAC
hold on, I didn't hear. What did you say? Don't say we. Say what?
I said that a year and a half ago.
What did you say?
Were
You have
applauding,
money? Yes.
A year and a half ago, we were up there, and the board, and Richard Miller, who's applauding over there by himself, you applauded us, and this audience applauded us, because we were talking about setting up reasonable priorities. Reasonable priorities. I don't expect you, it's not about micromanaging.
But
if
please,
you're in that elevator,
let's speak about,
that elevator, it's a life
Richard,
safety
we
issue.
fired our consultant, we fired management company.
No, but you
please,
need to,
please,
you
no,
need
no,
to be
please.
able to react, you don't react. The
What do you
issue
mean?
of the elevator, the sprinkler, $500,000, it was supposed to be $250,000. It was done on a time and material basis. We don't tell everybody the truth, and that's a problem.
Richard, you are being very unfair.
No,
For once
I
in your
know
life,
the facts.
Would you let me speak? You don't know the facts. I'm sorry, Richard. I don't know what you've been reading, but you don't know the facts.
No. I have to talk up because I can't allow these people to be fooled anymore.
Next question.
Next question, please.
Thank you.